Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'll be recreating this Dartless Conical Elizabethan corset from Ezine Olivia from Instagram. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into today's video. So to start, I'm going to go ahead to mark my basic measurement, which includes my shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waistline, and 5 inches to get my top length. So the next step is to mark my shoulder divided by 2, which is 14 divided by 2, I have 7. I'll come down by 1 inch at this point, and I'll go ahead to draw my shoulder slope or shoulder slant. After that, I'll find my chest line, which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches, giving me 7 inches. And on that point, I'll place my ruler and draw out a straight line. So now I'll go ahead and mark back what I have on the shoulder this way, and I'll go ahead to connect. Next, I'll just come up by 1 inch here and I'll connect for my armhole. So we are not drawing out a full armhole because we are cutting out the lower part first. So looking at this pattern now, you notice that we don't have any dart at the lower part. This is more like a dartless corset at the lower part, and because of this we'll be drafting the lower part and the upper part differently. So first I'll go ahead to mark my bust circumference divided by 4. Mark ½ inch for sewing allowance because there's no dart on the pattern. On the under bust, I'll mark my under bust circumference divided by 4, and I'll add the dart intake of ½ inch also. So next I'll move to the waist and I'll be snatching my waist. So I want to take out 4 inches from my waistline. My original waistline is 28. If you take out 4 inches, you have 24 divided by 4, I have 6. I added ½ inch for sewing allowance. Here I'll go ahead to mark my hip circumference divided by 4, and I'll add ½ inch for sewing allowance. So for the conical effect we have here, it is not too much. You can use 1 inch or 2 inches for this. So I just marked 2 inches and I extended my line. So after I'm done doing this, I'll go ahead to connect my pattern. So I'll connect from the bust to the under bust to the waist, and to that point I have the conical effect. So from here I'll go up by 2 inches and mark. From that point I'll place my curved rule and I'll connect it down to the lower part of my pattern this way. So after I was done connecting, I noticed that was not the shape we had there, so I had to readjust it, but that was much later. So I'm not really getting that conical effect here. I went out by ½ inch on top this way. So after this is what I have on my pattern, and I will go ahead to mark my bust dart. To mark your bust dart is the difference between your shoulder to waistline in front and your shoulder to waistline at the back. So before marking that, I marked my nipple to nipple to serve as a guideline where I'll stop the dart and I will connect. So my shoulder to waist in front is 17 inches. My shoulder to waist at the back is 15.5 inches. So after this, I'll just go ahead and rule out that line on that point to indicate that that is the bust dart. So I'll also go ahead and outline the rest of my pattern, and after I'm done outlining, I'll go ahead to readjust the lower part to suit what I have. So I'll go ahead and I will connect from here and I'll go up and extend it to the lower part. So this is what I have on this point, and moving over, I'll just go ahead to cut it out so that you might not be confused with the shape we have at that point, and I'll also cut out the rest of the pattern. So this is what I have, and you'll be blending in your dart this way. So after I'm done blending this dart, we'll be working on the upper part. I'll come down by ½ inch from my bust and extend it to the chest line. So if you notice at that point, I went up a bit slightly after the chest line, and I'll cut this out. So this side will be serving as the lower part of the Elizabethan corset. If you notice, we don't have a dart at that point. We're just going to create boning channels on top to create design for this. So after this, we'll be moving over to draft the bustier underneath it because it's an Elizabethan corset. So first, I marked my shoulder to bust, which is 9, shoulder to under bust, which is 12, where my pattern stops. And after that, I'll go ahead to draw out a straight line. So next, I marked my shoulder divided by 2, came down by 1 inch, and I'll be connecting this to draw my shoulder slope like we did for the front. I'll place my tape and find my chest line, which is my bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches, giving me 7 inches, and I drew a line at that point. I'll also go back to mark what I have on the shoulder divided by 2 and mark. So I'm doing all this process so that you won't be confused or ask me how I arrived at the marks I have for this part. So after I'm done doing this, at this point I just went up by 1 inch to create a slant to form an armhole. Now I'll be marking my nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 3.5. So for this upper part of the pattern, we'll be actually marking a bustier, which will stop at the under bust of the dress. And I'll just make a mark of 1 inch to serve as a guide when I'm drawing this out, before going ahead to draw out the bustier area. So next, I'm going to connect from the bust down to the under bust, and on the other side I'm also going to repeat the same process by connecting from the bust to the under bust. So this part of this corset will be sitting underneath or will be placed at the under bust of my pattern. So now going to the upper part of the pattern, I'll mark a basic neckline of 3 inches, which will serve as a guide. Now I'll divide the rest of my pattern into 2, the shoulder part and mark. For this pattern, if you notice on the thumbnail or from the picture I posted earlier, the dart on top is actually slanted, which might be a shoulder dart. So from there, I'll just take my 2 inches dart for my shoulder dart and mark. So I won't be replacing it because this dress does not have a sleeve and there's no need for that. I'll just go ahead and connect. After I'm done connecting, I'll go ahead to outline this so that it will be visible for you to see. So after I'm done marking this, I'll go ahead to draw out the upper part and the neckline. So you can make use of 2.5 inches, especially if you are busty and you don't want your bust to be too revealing. You can also make use of 2 inches, and I'll just go ahead and make use of my normal 1.5 inches. So here I'll be drawing like a little sweetheart neckline for this pattern. Go ahead to connect this, and I will be blending in these dart lines, and I will reconnect to the lower part. So I'm not really comfortable with what I have at the sweetheart neckline, and I will be readjusting that with my marker because the sweetheart neckline went up a bit before connect to the other side. So this is what I have. And next is to insert our body measurement. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4, measure this little 1/2 inch dart intake, replace, and add my sewing allowance. After I'm done doing that, I'll move over to my under bust circumference divided by 4, measure this 2 inches dart intake, replace, and add my sewing allowance. So if you notice here, we have a dart allowance and we marked this as a bustier, but on the other pattern we just marked out a basic bodice pattern or whatever you call it. So I'll just go ahead and I will cut this out. So with this, we are done cutting for the front pattern of this dress. So if you have any question regarding this tutorial, please leave your question at the comment section, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So remember, we used a bust dart for the first part, that is the part starting under our bust. So and the bust dart is 1.5 inches, so you're going to still mark back that bust dart on the upper part. This is to match what we have underneath your dress, because you'll be placing this and you'll be joining it together. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I will mark this
with half inch and sorry 1.5 inches and shed it out. So you'll be blending it out this way, or you cut and use your tape to hold it down. So after this, after sewing this, you're going to be joining this together this way to form your pattern. So this is what I have, and next we're going to work on the lower part of this pattern. So moving on to the back pattern, I've gone ahead to mark out all my basic measurements. You can leave your armhole or just create a slant like the front pattern, and then I'll just go ahead to label. So looking at my pattern, you notice my waist stopped at 15.5 and I added extra 5 inches, just like we did for the front. So that is the reason why our bust dart is 1.5 inches, because of the difference we have between our front and back. Now I marked my bust circumference divided by 4, added half inch for sewing allowance, marked the snatched waistline we used for the front and added half inch to the sewing allowance. Here I marked my hip circumference divided by 4, and I'll add the 2 inches for the conical effect and add half inch back. So after marking this now, I'm just going to go ahead to connect all the way, starting from the upper part to the lower part of my pattern. And after I'm done connecting at this point, we're going to go ahead to alter the back pattern, that is creating the lacing bar area also. So I'll go up by 2 inches just like we did, and from that point I'll take it all the way down to the back pattern. Now we went out by half inch by the side, you also do that for the back, but I did that when I was reconnecting. So at the lower part I came down by half inch and I slanted it up a bit like we did for the front. So for the center part of the back, this is to avoid the back from popping up. That's why we took out half inch at that point. So just like I said, I extended here by half inch just like we did for the front. And now I'll just go ahead to cut out the rest of this pattern. So at this point, if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also leave your comments. So I'll be marking my lacing bar area and I'll be using 2 inches, and I'll mark this all the way to the lower part, and then I'll place my ruler and connect, and I'll create a dot to indicate the lacing bar area, and after this I'll cut this out. So see you in our next video where we'll be cutting and joining this dress. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.